it's Lipstick Gal. Thanks for watching today, and I wanted to share with you what my favorites were for the month of May. There's quite a lot, so I'm gonna just jump in. But first of all, thank you for watching. Thank you for being subscribed. I'm normally go kind of like, you know, here's what my favorite primer or my and I don't want to. I want to do that. I'm just going to grab what's in front of me. And one of the first things I see here, and this has been like a superhero for me this month. I have been spending less time in makeup and more time in comfortable lip balms. And this has been fantastic. This is the Neutrogena Revitalizing Lip Balm. It has sunscreen SPF 20, but it's weird. It's an oval shaped balm. And if you look at it, it's got just a really natural tint to it. And I like it a lot. I feel like it's like my lips, but better. It does have a little bit of gloss to it. It's not glossy, but it does give your lips a little bit of shine. It's very comfortable. This is really easy just to swipe on. It has just a little bit of a sheen to it. I wouldn't necessarily, and maybe you can see it here, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's glossy like a lip gloss. This is more one of those products where it brings life back to your lips. It's hydrating and it's comfortable. And on the days that I'm not wearing makeup or very, very light makeup, I pull for this a lot. This lives in my purse. I had to go get it because I was like, I remember that I love that. All right, another rediscovery for me in my collection is this. This is from Clinique. This is, I can hardly see it. Oh, don't get old. Your eyes will stop working. This is their Pop Lacquer in the shade Cocoa Pop. So I'm not a huge fan of the doe foot. Works okay, but it looks like a little nub on the end. And it's the color and the gloss that I get from this. It's thicker, and I'm to the point now where I'm like scraping the sides of the walls here. It's a little bit thicker. It definitely has more gloss than the Neutrogena, but it's thick enough that it stays where you put it. And this shade here, Cocoa Pop, is definitely like a My Lips but better. So if you have really pigmented lips, they might have a different shade that would work well for you. But this is one of those, looks good with a thin layer, looks good with a thick layer. As long as I don't put it on too heavy where I get like the strings attaching, like where my lips touch. And that's just because I put on too much. I love me some gloss, but I really, really love this shade. And I don't know how much I have left because it's not a sticky lip gloss, but it does have a slightly stickier texture, so it's sticking to the walls, and I don't know what I got left. I know I don't have much of this left. This is definitely a favorite. It's going to go on my repurchase list. This is the Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Here's to You. So I am to that point where it's like, what can I get out of this? So it's right here. It's much more of a sheer gloss with just a hint of pink. It does have some really nice microfine particles of shimmer in it, which I feel like brings dimension to the lip. I love this. Obviously, it's nearly gone. I'm almost at the point where I'm thinking it might be a good idea to take out the stopper so I can get what's up here around the neck and maybe get deeper into the bottom. But the minute you kind of commit to that, then you just know every time you open it up, you're gonna get lip gloss everywhere. I don't know that I'm there yet. This is new. This is something that I picked up recently. This is from Sephora. It's their Melting Lip Clicks. I have the shade Caramel. And it's a really thin, narrow lipstick, and it advances by clicking this button down here in little teeny tiny increments. I don't want to send it up too high. So it's this right here. It's a very gorgeous glossy sheer tint. It is a little buildable. Can you see they're all kind of in the same tone here? Glossy, comfortable, easy to apply, and I like this. I would say this formula, if you happen to like the lip gloss stick from Marc Jacobs, the enamored lip gloss stick, this formula feels very similar to that. Those I think are $24 or $26. This is only $15. I don't know what the size is, whether you get more product in that or this, or if they're comparable, but I like this, and I feel like there's just as many shades, or very similar amount of shades. There's only 8 of the Marc Jacobs. I think there's only 6 of these, but I'm hoping Sephora will expand the shade range because I think it's a gorgeous product. Now, the last two lip products I have rediscovered are these Juicy Shakers from Lancome. I love these so much. And these are my two favorite shades. I don't even know if they still make these. I kind of think that they do, but maybe not all of the shades. Because this shade here, which is called Good Caramel, or Caramel, like Karma, I know they don't make this shade anymore. And it's a crying shame because she's beautiful. I love this. I think it's great, very hydrating. You have to reapply a lot. And this one, I'm like more than halfway done with it. This one here is Cherry Symphony. I think they still make this one. This is when I find out later they don't make these at all. But I really like these, and not only are they fun, I do feel also like, you know, they do provide definitely that sheer wash of color, that beautiful gloss. They're an hydrating lip oil. They're just lovely. So I usually use these on their own, and I'll drop one of these in my purse and I'll use it for a week or week and a half, and then, so everything here that I've been loving has been really glossy. I do still go for a bold lip. I still am in love with my Lisa Eldridge velvet lipsticks, and I've been using those a lot. And I have a whole video about those. If you want to see it, I'll make sure and put it up in the eye above. But mostly it's been shiny, glossy lips, with the exception of today. I have a favorite primer combo that I've been using that works really well for me. I discovered this last summer. This is from Lancome. It's the Prep and Matte. And you don't get a full ounce, you get 0.84 fluid ounces. And I have been using it mainly around my nose because when the weather gets warmer, as it is wont to do in May, I tend to start having makeup break up right in the corners, right across the top of my nose. And I don't like that look. I don't know someone who does. So this helps to keep it mattified, but here's the great part, is that it's not one of those when you put it on like it sucks the life out of your skin. And I really like that it feels hydrating going on, but it keeps all the oils at bay in the one area where I have problems. The other thing I like to use in combination with this is this. This is from Touch in Soul. It's the No Poreblem Primer. It's smoothing and pore covering. It does a really great job. You can see that I've used it down to here. Both of these have that feeling of being hydrating, which is something I wouldn't expect from a mattifying or a pore filling primer. They really do feel good. It's like that last layer of skincare before you put your makeup on. So if you like that sort of feeling, I think you might like either one of these. I have used this all over the face and it works great. And I have used this all over the face and it works great. But I like it best when I use this right around here and this everywhere else. It really, I feel like it really makes for a beautiful canvas for my skin. So after I prime, my favorite thing, and I've been doing it for the last couple of months, maybe 2 or 3 months, I've kind of been wearing foundation kind of as a, well, maybe, but if I'm wearing makeup every single day, I've been doing concealer alone. And since I picked this up in the VIB sale from Sephora, it's my favorite. It's so good. And I will link a video for you where I do an abbreviated like makeup routine, and I use just this to conceal and then powder everything else. Beautiful outcome. I really like the way it looks. It looks very natural, less makeup-y. If that's something you're interested in doing, or you like to wear lighter foundation or lighter coverage as the weather warms up, which I tend to do in the summertime, this has been fantastic. So this is the Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. I have the shade Lace. I dot it on underneath the eyes. I do have kind of like a little almost blue little mark here that I try and get rid of. Corners of my nose. I have some darkness around the edges of my mouth. I have a hyperpigmentation spot here, a couple on my cheek. So I cover up those and then I just pounce it in with a beauty sponge, and I find that I get really gorgeous, gorgeous coverage. And what I like about this is that it blends well. I could never do the concealer only trick with Shape Tape without having to put it like all over my face. There are some concealers that you start putting it on and you can blend, and then you can see where the line is where, okay, we need to, so you put a little bit more and then you keep blending. This works well just where you want it, and then pouncing it in with a beauty sponge or even a foundation brush, because I also do it sometimes with just a foundation brush, and it works beautifully, and you don't see the line of concealer, no concealer, or concealer, no concealer, and I feel like it works really well. I love this, love this, love this. And I'm having a hard time trying to finish up my Project Pan concealers because this is all I want to use. So I recently watched a Jaclyn Hill video about how to get your makeup to last all day. And the 2 powders that she was really talking about that she loved, I was like, I have those powders. I've never tried that. So I pulled them out. So it's the Veil Setting Powder from Hourglass and the Airbrush Flawless Finish from Charlotte Tilbury. And the way she used these in combo, if you go and check it out, you'll see what I'm talking about. It does give a gorgeous, I tried it and I was like, dude, my makeup hasn't lasted this long ever. Thank you, Jaclyn. Thank you, thank you. So these 2 now are in high rotation again, along with my concealer. One of my favorites still right now is the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm. I use it regularly. There are days I use it on my face, on my eyes, quick lip gloss, mascara, brows, and I'm done. But I love the looks that I get from this. I have used it so much that I'm starting to lose the imprint on all 4 of the bands. Definitely love it. If you've been having a hard time using this, if you have this, I do find that natural hair brushes work better picking up the product than synthetic. All right, something that came in my BoxyCharm this month that blew me out of the water and I can't stop using is this. This is the Colorete blush trio from Alamar. It's gorgeous. They have 3 tones, so if you're not fair to light like I am, that's what I'm wearing today, you definitely can get something else. And what I love about this is that some of these have a little bit of glow to them and they have some shine, so they're not flat and they're not matte. And they're really colors I probably would never have thought, like these really orangey peachy tones, like peachy, yes, but more of a peachy pink. These are really bright orangey tones and I love it. So very impressed with this. It lasts well. It's only $22. I kind of want to get like the medium one because I like some of the colors in there too. But I think the formula is gorgeous. I like the packaging. It's slim. It does have a mirror. And then the colors are just beautiful. Back in love with this. This was kind of like my superhero last summer, and as you can see, I've hit pan. I love this. It smells like a creamsicle dream. This is the Glow, I guess. It doesn't have anything on the back. It's from Glamglow. It's just their highlighting palette. And I do sometimes take my highlighting brush and kind of like go across all of them, but a lot of times I do just kind of sit here and focus on that, hence the baby pan that you got going on there. But I feel like it's a really beautiful highlight. It's the one I'm wearing today. And I don't feel like I feel like let's not waste it. It's so good. I do feel like it's easy to apply. It looks gorgeous and natural. And I like it a lot. I've been loving eyeshadow. But I've been loving eyeshadow with abbreviated options. I really have been loving smaller palettes right now. I'm all about and this is the old packaging for the Natasha Denona. This is the 5-pan palette, but this is the number 2. Formula is gorgeous in this. The colors are also really pretty, a really nice mauve with some taupes in here. And this shade is just like the most beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. But I definitely feel like if I pull out one of those giant, 16, 20, or 32 options, I get too overwhelmed and then I end up with a really muddy look because, oh, and this, and this, and this, and this. There's only 5 shades. It's really easy for me to stay focused. So another one that I really like is this one. It's a little teeny tiny baby one from the Balm. This is great for an easy neutral day. You have 1 matte, 2 shimmers. It does even have a little baby mirror in here, but this one's called the Smoke Balm. Also have been loving this one. I've been using this one a lot. This is from Too Faced. This is their Tickled Peach. And I like that these are warmer, but then you have this deep plummy shade here. I remember seeing Emily Noel use like these 4 here as bronzer, blush, under eye setting powder, and highlight. And I was like, really? I can't use it for under eye setting powder, but I do use it to set my whole lid before I start going in with color. But In a pinch, you could use this for just about everything on your face if you happen to be fair like me. But I do love the colors in here and on the eyes, and the fact that they work so harmoniously together, but there's not that many of them. Because if I were to pull out the peach palette, how many are there? 16, 18 shades in there? And I get so much more cohesive looks with fewer options. The last one I've been using a lot, and I really love, and I forgot how great it was, is this one from Pat McGrath. This is the Sublime, what is it? Mothership Sublime Bronze Ambition. There's only 6 shades in here. You get one matte. The rest of them are definitely more shimmery, but it's easy to get a really nice, fast look out of this, or use it in conjunction with other things if you need a few more mattes. I really love the smaller, more edited palettes. All right, oh, one more thing. This. I got this during the VIB sale. I'm so glad I did. You can see I'm cruising through it here. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultrafine Face Mist. This is the most beautiful mist. And if you accidentally inhale or breathe in through your nose while you're spraying, it doesn't burn, it doesn't irritate. It smells like a fresh slice of watermelon, and it's very hydrating. I love it. I've been using this to knock down the over powderiness of this combo right here. Spraying it over the top of that, or I don't really use it as a setting spray, but more like a make it all come together and be one spray. This is my Unity spray. I really like this. I'm excited to have it. All right, there you go. That was a lot. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Let's talk about what hasn't worked for me. I got the Lash Stash to go, which was a little kit of 5 sample mascaras with a card for a free full-size mascara from Sephora during the VIB sale. And I got it because there were 2 mascaras in there that I knew I liked, and one that I'd really been wanting to try. The one that I've been wanting to try was this. This is the Milk Mascara, the Kush Mascara. I love the way it makes my lashes look. I love this whole idea of heart-shaped fibers. I really love the brush. I loved everything about it. But if your eyes water at all, and I have a perpetually leaky left eye, and this eye here, like I'll end up like at the end of the day, because it's been leaking and I've been doing this all day to it, like carefully trying to dab it without ruining my makeup. I will have a little teeny tiny circle where there's no makeup, there's no concealer, there's no foundation, and if any of my lashes get in there, then the mascara gets wet, and then as I do this, I'm leaving little black smudges. So I know there's a waterproof. I don't wear waterproof mascara, and you would think with the leaky left eye I would have done that, but I lose too many lashes in the removal process, even when I use an oil cleanser, a sherbet cleanser, a balm cleanser. So I just don't do waterproof or water resistant. I only do regular mascara, and I'm always looking for a mascara that can handle it. I have 2 that I love that I know that can handle it, and there's a few others from the drugstore that I would definitely recommend. If you want to know, ask me and I'll let you know down below. This did not hold up. I really love the way it makes my lashes look fluffy and long and gorgeous, but I did end up losing some and then getting kind of like a little raccoony situation. So this sadly does not work for me. I've gone back and I have tried and tried to love this lipstick because I love the rest of the lipsticks from this line so much. It's the Colourpop Velvet Blur. I have the shade 21 Questions. I like the shade. Let me see if I have a good place to swatch this. So it's a really pretty kind of burnt orangey terracotta shade. It looks gorgeous on. I feel like it really wants to be that powder kiss from MAC. And it has a similar look to it, only it's drying and it's not as comfortable. And maybe it's because it's a $7 or $8 lipstick. Maybe you can't get the same that you would get from a $19 lipstick from MAC. But I do feel like when I wear it, my lips end up looking dry. They end up starting to flake. It does feel comfortable going on at first, but it doesn't last. It doesn't feel comfortable long term. So this formula, even though I love the Luxe lipsticks, this formula in the Velvet Blur does not work for me or what I like to have my lips look like. Well, there you have it. You know, a lot of loves, a lot of really working well for me, and a couple of things that sadly are not for me. They may work well for you, and that's what I love about makeup, is that even though it doesn't work for you, it might work for me, and vice versa. And it's not saying that these products are bad, they just didn't suit my needs. So let me know what your favorites are, what didn't work for you. If you have any specific favorites from the month of May, I'd love to hear them. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being subscribed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.